Instagram. And we are. All right. It is your girl V with Reality Recap here for your midday tea talk on last night's episode of Love and Marriage Detroit. We are streaming live right now across Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. I will be going through my thoughts on last night's episode. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comments as I give you my unsolicited thoughts. Just a reminder, next week is the season finale of Love and Marriage Detroit. Anybody else was shocked by that? It seems like this was a rather short season for them. But next week is already the season finale of Love and Marriage Detroit. So we're going to get into this episode last night, which I will have to say I wasn't that impressed. I wasn't that impressed, guys. It was all right, but I wasn't impressed. So let me go to my notes and we'll talk about it. So we see where we left off from the last episode, where we're at Christina's surprise birthday party that Brandon is throwing because he's trying to get back in the house and in between them cheeks, honey. I guess it's no fun at mommy's house, so he's trying to get back home. Um, Dr. Latoya decided to go ahead and go to the party. Anthony talked her into it because she had said in the last episode she was not going because of the conflict she had with Chelsea when they were there trying to assist Brandon in picking out a ring. But she changed her mind and she went. She comes into the party rather early, her and Anthony, so it's kind of like unavoidable to see Chelsea standing right there next to Brandon. So they go speak, and Brandon brings up the ring shopping and how that conflict came about. And they go back and forth a little bit. Latoya is telling her that she was disrespectful, talking about Chelsea. She was disrespectful, and that she called her out of her name. And the name that she called her, in case you didn't know, she called Latoya and Kobe the Two Stooges. So she didn't call them out of their name like what we would normally think or anything like that. She called them the Two Stooges. And I have to be honest, I mean, I don't really care for Chelsea. I feel like she comes in hot. Every scene she gets, it's definitely given I want to be on the show, pick me, pick me. And then I was more offended about her in this leather red dress and these suede gloves than I was her comments about them being stooges. honest, honest opinion. That leather dress with them red suede gloves, I was looking like, what is she doing? Hi, Lani. We're talking about last night's episode of Love and Marriage Detroit. We're talking about Chelsea and Latoya's little back and forth. Um, I said I was more offended by Chelsea's leather dress and suede gloves. Drea Story says they show has no hit yet. Yeah, I mean, some of the episodes was okay, but it's definitely not giving Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I do feel like Christina is like the Mel of Love and Marriage Detroit, where everybody's coming for her. We see her going through her issues with her husband. We want to see her glow up, but I don't like any of the new people. I said that before. Kim and her husband Marcel, he's kind of corny. And Lenny said you was at the casino last night. Well, I hope you won. And what Drea say? I meant not. What you mean? Their show is not a hit? Put on your red dress. Exactly, Bougie Petty. You hear Ariane is pregnant. Who's Ariane? Are you talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville? You talking about Martell's side baby mom? You hear she pregnant again? Stop playing with me, Drea Story. Stop playing. Hi, Summer's Finest. Drea Stories, what you talking about? Y'all gonna have me up here talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville when we supposed to be talking about Love and Marriage Detroit. But I will tell you, if that's true, Drea Stories, hit my inbox. And also, Y'all see what's going on with it's Detroit Summer's Finest, not DC. It's Summer Marriage Detroit, not DC. Not coleslaw pregnant. Yes, I heard that on a different blogger. Listen, send it to me, Drea's story. I want to read it. It's so much going on with Love and Marriage Huntsville. And did y'all hear what's going on with Sonny and Moses, honey? They say Moses is allegedly locked up again, y'all. Sonny did a live yesterday trying to address it, but the dog was barking. It was a hot mess. She tried to do a live, and I agree with Millie Chun. Like, for her to be a TV producer, her live was a mess, a total mess. No, he not with he not still with She by Sheree. Bougie fatty. Oh, you gave your money back, Uni. Aw, thought you won something. I'm sorry. But yeah, I heard that Moses is back locked up, allegedly, because he keep trying to travel outside of St. Louis. I heard he wasn't even supposed to be traveling outside of St. Louis to be filming on Huntsville, let alone on Huntsville talking about some they move into Huntsville, child. But the streets say, of course, that's not even his real name. Moses is not his real name. I forgot what the real name was. I heard. I think his name is Jonathan or something like that. I forgot off the top of my head. But they say they just called him Moses because he looked like the black Moses. I don't know. But the streets say he is locked back up. I haven't seen him with Sunny. She tried to do a live, basically telling us to get out of her business. Um, but yeah, that's what the streets saying. Now y'all talking about the streets is saying that Ariana, however you say that foolishly spelled name, is pregnant too. Send it to me, Drea story. Send it to me. Someone's finally said, why don't any of these men know their probationary agreement? I don't know because it's damn sure common sense. I ain't never been on probation. I know that. You ain't supposed to be leaving out of out of the state without permission. Probably because they give you a list of your rules when they first put you on probation, and maybe they not reading it. Maybe they should do an orientation for them and have them sign what their what their rules and regulations are. Cause why I don't know, or how long he's gonna be locked up, but that's what the streets saying allegedly. But I ain't seen him with Sunny at all lately. She posted a picture on their like joint page today after doing that whack live last night, but it's her posting and it ain't no recent picture because her hair ain't even braided like it is in that picture. So girl, try again. But anyway, y'all, let's get back. But thank you for the TJ story. Let's get back into Love and Marriage Detroit. Yeah, I just felt like really Chelsea doesn't have an issue with Dr. Latoya or with Kobe. Her issue is with Anthony. Anthony is really the one in the last season that played her out. Hi, dope boy. Thank you for checking in on YouTube. But yeah, like he's really the one that played Chelsea out last season and calling her a little girl and telling her she at the table with bosses act like it. He always getting in women's business. So I feel like both of them caught some strays with her problem really being with Anthony. And she did say that last night. And he jumped right in and saying he ain't issuing no apologies. He ain't even talking about this, not the place or the time for that. And he wanted tabled. And Chelsea was annoyed by what he had to say, but she did at least apologize to Latoya for calling out her name. And they were able to kind of squash it there. Someone's finally said he is a kept man, and I don't know why he in women's business. Yeah, because what do he do? Like, seriously, what does Anthony do besides trying to steal the same career as Brandon? We know he had a job at Marvel in Atlanta, but had to come back. So I don't know, but he always in women's business. We also saw Christina coming to her surprise party. Brandon makes a speech where he's crying and saying that, Christina's always fighting for the marriage. Now it's time for him to start fighting. You think, bruh? Uh, before you be permanently at your mommy house. And he did upgrade her ring, give her a new ring. It was nice. But what I wanted to say is I don't see her wearing this ring right now. She does a live pretty much every Saturday night after the episode. She also, she's been posting. Um, also been posting at the gym and with her trainer, but I don't see her wearing the new ring that she just got in this episode. Honestly, I don't see her wearing the old ring either. Like, I haven't seen any rings on her finger. They did go live together last night, but they were in separate locations. They did a live with the two of them, Chelsea and Bravo's wife. What's her name? Lakita, the mute on the show. But they did a live together last night, and I still didn't see a ring on her finger. So yeah. The dinner begins at the party, and Christina asks why there's so much tension. And Latoya tells Christina about what happened at the ring when they went ring shopping, but that Chelsea had already apologized. Kobe, that face Kobe always do, or like that, listening, and she's like, "Well, who did she apologize to?" Yeah, she is mute. I don't know. Bravo's wife is not interesting to me. She barely wants to talk on the camera. I don't even know what they signed up for. They should have just stayed friends of not bringing anything to the table. Nothing. And I'm tired of seeing her cry. I am. But yeah, so she tells them what happened, and Kobe's like, "Oh, she apologized. Who she apologized to?" She's still clearly mad. And Chelsea said, "Yeah, I apologize." And she was like, cutting her off, very disrespectful, especially for someone with child and calling somebody with child out of her name. And Chelsea was like, "Girl, we're not even going to play the pregnant card because it ain't got nothing to do with that. Listen, this is how I feel. And I'm going to just be real honest with y'all right now. I don't care if it's the right thing to say or not. There's a lot worse things that Chelsea could have said than calling her a stooge. It was not that serious to me. Not to mention you showing up, Kobe is showing up on our screen every week acting like she mad that she even pregnant. She mad about the gender of the baby. It's coming off like she don't even want to be pregnant. So for you to try to like then shame Chelsea and be like, you don't know what it is to carry a child. You have none you don't know what it is to carry life. Like, you don't even want to do it, sis. So, do I care for Chelsea? Absolutely not. Like I said, I feel like she's trying to have her moments. As Kobe even said, I feel like she wants to really, really be on this show. And I'm tired of looking at them braces. The braces on her little teeth make her look like Chucky. But at the end of the day, I don't feel like she said anything that was that serious for all of that. I don't. And I ain't even really feeling Kobe this season, the way she acting. Like, she ain't bringing no life or no shade or no. She coming in every saying, "Hi, I'm pregnant. I ain't got time for this. I'm pregnant." Even in her gender reveal. So I'm glad Chelsea just apologized to end the conversation. But y'all on both sides, I'm just like, girl, both of y'all, just stop. Just stop. Um. What else happened last night? Because I really didn't. This was not a good episode, y'all. I'm just being honest. At the why I keep wanting to say baby shower at the birthday party, Christina also changed her energy up. I don't know what happened from the brunch where it looks like they all had sat down and apologized and was willing to, kind of make amends, have separate conversations and move on. I don't know what happened from that to Christina's birthday, but Christina kind of turned up at the birthday party. She was saying that Kim's tears didn't move her not one bit. Um she really didn't care for her, that they are going to have a conversation, and she was saying how most of the clothes in Kim's closet is from her KBC collection, KBS collection. it was a total different vibe from the brunch where I thought that they was about to all get back on the same track. I was a little confused about that. I really was. So I'm not sure what changed that we didn't see. But Christina looked like again she wasn't really feeling Kim when I thought from the brunch they were gonna have a civil conversation and be able to get back on track, but I guess not. We also saw Chelsea, Lakita, and Christina meet up while Christina was doing like some strength training for her vocal coaching. And they were sitting there, and that again was another boring conversation. Lakita once again is wanting us to think that she's not worried about Bravo being out in the streets late because of what he doing and who he doing it with, but because she's worried about his safety and wants him to come home. I guess that's going to be her continued storyline, being that we only got one episode left. The season finale is next Saturday. Um, I really don't feel like Lakita brings anything to the show. She said it last night that she's, shy. Okay, well then reality TV is not for you. We ain't even been inside Bravo's clubs or nothing. Why we don't stay out late night with him and see what he doing with the cameras? But she was on Christina's live last night too, and she said how she feels like the show was trying to portray Bravo like he doing something he ain't supposed to be doing and yada yada yada. I don't care for them. I'm just being honest, I don't. More to on to more interesting things. Kim and Christina meet up. Now, when I saw Kim walking down the street to go into the restaurant with this huge fur and that duffel bag, I knew nothing good was gonna come out of that duffel bag. I really didn't. She pulls out a notebook to take notes and to ask questions. I said, it's giving debate. What is this? Is this really a friendship trying to make amends or not? Christina then pulls out her notebook. Now, I don't really care for Kim because I feel like she's using this situation with Christina that happened over 7 years to make herself have a storyline on this show. I don't care for her, but I do feel like she had a little bit of good shade last night. I really do. Um, she was saying that, oh, you talking about your birthday party, surprise birthday party that only 20 people was there? What a surprise. And she said that Christina ain't never had a cohesive collection to have KBS all in her closet. So what is you even talking about? I do feel like the props that she pulled out was whack. I don't even know what that was. I couldn't tell if them was bundles. It looked like the underskirt of a dress, like the slip that fluffs the dress out. It looked like that, or a lace black shirt. Like it was all wrinkled and old, and throwing that on the people restaurant floor, girl, that was terrible. Christina really didn't get back with her on the arguing. She did stop and say, "I'm gonna let you finish," but I was expecting more. Christina's very good at cool, calm, and collected shade and reading, but she didn't have much to say last night. I do feel like round one was won by Kim outside of the prop flop of throwing that stuff on the floor. We'll probably see part two of the conversation and see what Christina has to say in the season finale next week. But I don't believe what Kim is saying is true that Christina wants to be her. I don't think that's true. I don't think she wants to be her. If you're doing your popular whatever brand and you're curating events or you started out recommending brands and blah, 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 I don't know what that has to do with Christina doing her influencer, social media, brand ambassador thing. So, no, I don't think Christina wants to be like Kim. And I left that conversation still feeling like, what is the root issue? Because it sounds like a bunch of foolishness. It's foolishness between um Android or iPhone or somebody at the party, not even Christina 7+ years ago, calling her lame or something because she had an Android phone. She's talking about Christina wants to be her, but it's really not making sense to me on what the root issue is. It just feels like, again, curated drama to have a storyline on the show. So I didn't walk away feeling like I understood how they were going to get to the root cause. Did they even write anything in them notebooks? I didn't see not one thing written in the notebook to even discuss or go back and forth on. So it's just giving name calling and high school drama, and really not a deep rooted issue that they can either get over it and move on as friends, or just move on and agree to disagree and not be friends at this point. But, season finale is next week. We'll see that, and I'll give you a sneak peek. But it was just weird to be throwing stuff on the restaurant floor. Did y'all see the people looking in the background like what is they doing over here? Like, get this shit up off these people floor, you weirdo. Unbelievable. But yeah, it wasn't really a great episode, guys. I am unenthused to even be recapping it, but I got to do what I got to do for the people. But those are my thoughts on last night's episode of Love and Marriage Detroit, and we have the season finale next week. Now, before I get out of here, we have Monday midday tea talk coming. I will give you the time. I will post a flyer later tonight. It'll probably be 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. But yes, we will have midday tea talk on Monday now. Why? Because tonight is the season 9 premiere of Real Housewives of Potomac. I gave you guys a sneak peek of that earlier. I'll give you one more. But make sure you guys watch the season premiere of Potomac and come back for midday tea tomorrow. Before I get out of here, if you have a business or a product that you want me to promote, or if you want to be a sponsor of my podcast and have me promote your business or product on all of my Tea Talks, I'm doing an upward of 8 a week right now. Please reach out to me. My promotional prices are there, and the email address is what you see here, reality_recap@yahoo.com. And my Cash App is down there in the corner. So if you want to hit your girl up, because the tea is not free, honey. So if you want to hit your girl up on Cash App, it's there, $ reality recap. And before I get out of here, as I always say, reality stars are humans too. Don't forget that. I will see you back here tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Midday Tea Talk on tonight's episode of Real Housewives of Potomac. Y'all make sure y'all check that out. It's your girl V with Reality Recap. Have a happy and great Sunday. Enjoy.